Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel and welcome back to my home. So I wanted to give you some quick before shots. I'll do a little more explaining here in a second of what I am doing in this video today, but I am going to be tackling some extreme organization in my home today in the upstairs. I'm so excited to get started on this project. If you hear little noises, the girls are playing over here. If you guys remember, this is the room I actually recently decorated for my oldest daughter, but they decided they wanted to share a bedroom and make this into the playroom. So I'll be showing you what I'm doing for their shared bedroom. They're so excited about it. So I got this shelf from Walmart. It was really easy to put together. And then this is actually a TV I got off of Facebook Marketplace, just something really inexpensive. It's not like the newest best thing, but it works great for them. Okay, I did all of the hard work off camera for inside of here, and that was putting these bins together. This closet is so long. These are from Amazon. I have used them in so many spaces and places, but I will link them below because I know a lot of you have loved them as well. Over here, I have a bunch of bins, and most of these I've used in other places. They're pretty inexpensive bins. And then I also moved all of this stuff in here. So this is the stuff that mainly needs to be organized into the closet. Over here, obviously we have this storage as well, and I actually got these bins from Walmart, and then I found these, and this is what I'm going to be using even in the closet as well. This was $2 at Walmart, and there's 6 of them in here. They're like an acrylic label. I might even go back and get a few more just because for $2, 6 basket labels that you can use on any kind of basket, I think is a great deal. Alright, so the first thing that I decided to do was lay out all of the bins exactly how I was going to put them inside of the cube shelving in the closet. So I just laid them out kind of in a map like what I was going to do. That way I could decide what toys and what things would go where. I also went ahead and opened up the cubes that went in the TV console shelf as well. So this really made it easy for me to sort through everything, and to be honest, the toy situation in our household has been such a disaster area the last couple of months, and everything's been very dumped together and just all over the place. I had a lot of trash I needed to weed out, broken toys, the whole 9 yards, everything. Let me know in the comments if you are in need of doing this in your house as well. And especially after Christmas, there's a lot of new toys and new things around the house. So I feel like it's such great timing to go through everything and see what all you have. And also I noticed that there was some things that we needed to replace, things that the girls really do play with a lot, but they were broken or they were missing pieces and parts. So it kind of gave me a moment to take inventory of what we have around and what we are in need of. I'm happy with the progress I've made. This bin is all like play kitchen stuff, and that's actually going to be set up along this wall. I have some really cute things I'm going to put together for that. So I just kind of threw it all in there right now, and I feel like I have a lot of stuff sorted out. So I'm going to go ahead and put everything in where it needs to go, and then if I find random pieces, I can just put them away. And I want to make sure I go through the house and find all of the toys before I start making labels or anything like that. And then I think I'm going to go ahead and put these in here and get the rugs. I grabbed the lids for the containers that needed lids, and I kind of put them away in each 3 cube section. That way I could kind of move my way across the whole shelving unit and put every single cube in its place. Always consider what you're going to be storing in your containers. Sometimes you really don't need the lids. Some of these containers I'm using here on the top of the shelf actually have lids, and I do have them, but it's just more handy to have them open, and they store the things that I want to put in there a lot better than if I was trying to cram them in with a lid, and they just give easier access. So next I unrolled these rugs. They are from Amazon. I will try to find the link and leave it below. They are a really great price, and they aren't too long of a shag that you can't run the vacuum cleaner over them, which I really love. And then I used some carpet tape to secure them in place so that the girls weren't slipping and sliding all over the place when they were playing in here. Okay, now I'm gonna do a little accent wall here, and I'm so excited to try this out and let you guys know how it works, just because it's super renter friendly. But I got this contact paper that is supposed to be like a chalkboard, and I'm going to try and put it up on the wall. I have this little scraper thing. I get these in big packs from Amazon. They work great for dishes and stuff like that, and I think I'm going to use it to try to smooth out the contact paper. I have a tape measure and a pencil to mark my area, and then above the chalkboard I'm going to do these cute little bulb lights. I just got them at Target, and I got some little command strips to hang them up, and then an extension cord if I need it to reach up to the top. I was really pleased with this contact paper. It was relatively easy to install, and these walls are older, so they did have texture on them, but I felt like they still stuck really well. I also felt like it didn't get too sticky where it would be an issue to remove. It was really easy to pull up and move around. And then I took a piece of chalk over the entire thing and then erased it all. That is what you should do with a new chalkboard, or if you paint something with chalk paint, just to kind of give it a more chalky feeling on the actual chalkboard area. And then I put all of the bulbs into these string lights and went ahead and strung them up. I don't know about you all, but this is one of my absolute favorite things to do is make all of my books look like a rainbow and put them into the color order that I usually Google book rainbow shelf or something like that, and it will give me all of the colors in order. So there's a little tip for you if you want to know which colors to put where, and I feel like it really makes my girls gravitate towards looking at books whenever the bookshelf looks like this. Okay, so my absolute favorite part of this whole entire day was putting this kitchen together. So I got started on doing that corner area. Alright, I found some things to make them a fun little kitchen. So they did get this kitchen from my in-laws for Christmas, and it's just really cute. And then I've had this little cart, and I'm going to actually DIY them a little pantry right here. And then once I have some of this stuff moved out of the way, I also have 2 sets of tables and chairs that need to go in the middle of this rug that will be a part of this. And they also have a little grill, so I'm gonna kind of get this end of the room set up. So I did get these little shelves at Target, and they were super inexpensive, and they feel really sturdy. So I think I'm actually going to screw them to the wall so that if they're putting things up on these little shelves, I don't have to worry about them falling off with just a command strip. I'm going to hang this little hanging basket up to put their fruit in. I got this little cute thing. I may pull from some decor I have in storage to kind of decorate this shelf. And then I got this. It's supposed to be a mug holder, mug hook, but I figured they can hang all kinds of things on it or whatever they want to. I also got them this little miniature acrylic calendar, and I told them that they could make their meal plans on this, and they thought that was a great idea. I found this little cutting board. It was in with the Valentine's Day stuff. These are so cute. They're just little canisters. It says a little bit of this. These here, they're also super excited about using. They are just little espresso mugs, but of course they're the perfect little size for their little kitchen. Then I did find a few things at Dollar Tree. We're also gonna do some DIY for this pantry with some stuff from Dollar Tree, which I'll show you in a little bit. But these are just some dishcloths that they can use as like washing their dishes or wiping their table off, whatever. This is a little miniature kind of pitcher that Dollar Tree had. Then they had all of this cute little small utensils, and I thought that they looked perfect and worked perfect. And they had this little throw rug and this non-slip pad that I'm gonna put right in front of here. If I would have known that this shelf was going to crack, the one screw actually made the shelf crack, I would have maybe pre-drilled some of the holes through this, but they were super inexpensive, so when we're done and we take the shelves off the wall, I will just be throwing them out. But I did crack the one end of the shelf, which was a little disappointing, but it's okay. It still is sturdy and it still works well. Sometimes taking the extra time to set up a play area and make it look really inviting helps your kids' creativity and helps them just want to play in the space. So I felt like putting some of the things away or lighting things up kind of gives them a little extra jump on how they could play in the space. Some of the things I did put into the bin, but I did put things away in some of the areas. I could not be happier with how all of this is coming along. I think I might go downstairs where I have some other decor and find something else to hang on this side of this window. Sorry, the lighting's gonna go all crazy because of these lights and then the windows. But I'm just so happy with how it's all looking. And there is a third little stool there I need to go and find. And the girls are just going to have a fit at this little kitchen setup. And of course I have a lot of Cricut labels to make yet, so we got a lot of the big stuff done, but now it's the technical things. And I'm also going to print out a Cricut label that says pantry to stick right on the top of the cart there, just to add a little extra something. But I wanted to show you guys an idea I came up with last night whenever I was at the Dollar Tree. So Dollar Tree has these containers, and they look like glass, but they're not. They're actually plastic. They have a few different types. They have that one that looks like a jar. This one here looks like a food canister. And then they have this one here that kind of looks like a milk jug. So I'm actually going to fill some of these things. I got some dried beans. I got some dried pasta and just some different things, and I'm going to print out some labels for the things, and I'm going to super glue the lids shut. So this will give them fun little things to have in their pantry that will look like real food, but they won't be able to open it up, but it'll still be fun. They can pretend that they're cooking and all of that. And how perfect are these that they're not glass, and I don't have to worry about them breaking anything. Oh, I almost forgot to show you these also. So they're just little tins, and I'm probably gonna put some kind of label on them that says spices or something like that. They can pretend those are their spices. And then I did just get the super glue that is at Dollar Tree. Even if it doesn't glue it right, I can just re-glue it if I need to. Okay, so you could go crazy with this idea of making like little containers and things with different types of foods in them, gluing the lid shut. You could save old food containers, doesn't even have to be containers like this, and then find, you know, wooden food that you could put in them. You could really go like all out and find all kinds of ways to make a little pantry type thing. And to be honest, I knew I only had so much time to spend on this, so I limited myself to just doing these jars. But with a Cricut, whenever you can make labels and things like that, you can really do a lot. But the end product of these were so cute, and my girls had a fit and loved this whole idea of being able to pretend that they were cooking. I will try my best to link this letterboard organizer because every time I show it, I get questions on where it's from. It is from Amazon, and I will try to leave it below for you. So there is different types of vinyl when it comes to using the Cricut, and I did go ahead and use a removable vinyl for all of these labels, so that way if I want to change it up or I just change things out with my daughters changing ages, I will be able to pull off these labels.
How come the stars come to shine when it's dark from so far away and show us where we are? What makes the sun go to sleep every night, and what's it dreaming of? I wonder.
Alright, so I thought I would do a quick walkthrough. I'm so happy with how all of this turned out. I'm glad that we have extra space here for more books. I do a lot of thrifting when it comes to books because you can get them at such a great price. And then I just put some blanket labels on here because the girls do love to build little tents in here and have blankets around when they're watching movies and things like that. And these bins are absolutely huge, and like I mentioned, I will link everything that I can below in case you're interested, and I will also try to remember to add in the font that I used on all of the labels and everything. So I put this little letterboard up here. I may eventually get some photos of the girls and put it on the side. They love it whenever I put photos up around the house. And then on this side, it snowed, so it's like super bright outside, but and then on this side I have these little sayings, and down here I've got this poof that is full of a lot of quilts and blankets and things like that. Then on this side of the chalkboard I have their little grill, and I thought I would put my faux fiddle leaf. This is from QVC. I love this thing. You guys know I've had it forever and I've used it in so many different places. I thought it would give it kind of like it's an outside area for them, and they've been around it enough to know not to knock it over because that can happen. And then over here it's kind of the same setup I had whenever this was Everly's bedroom. Here is their table and chairs, and I think this will also be a great place for them to like build Legos and that sort of thing. Also, I wanted to make a little note about these table and chairs. They are insanely sturdy, so if you're looking for a really great set that is very, very sturdy for your kiddos, these are really great. And then obviously the most fun part of this project was this little kitchen, and the girls are dying to come play in it, and I love how it all turned out. It just worked perfectly. I decided not to label these. I thought maybe I was going to, but I thought it might just look a little too busy over here, and why take the extra time when they can see what's inside of them and everything. So they were already talking about what they're planning to cook in here and everything. And in here is actually like a shopping basket that they can use as well. And up here, these hooks, I didn't put anything on them, but I could see them hang up like dress-up dresses on there. We can kind of just use them for whatever. I did screw them onto the wall, so they're pretty sturdy and can hold a good amount of things. So like I mentioned earlier, there was a lot of this stuff that was from the Dollar Tree and also Target Dollar Spot, so it wasn't like I spent a ton to make this look this way, and I hope it gives you some fun ideas for your little kitchen if you're setting one up for your little one. All right, so the last bit is definitely this, and it's not the least because it was probably the most work out of all of this organizing and everything, but it definitely is so satisfying to have this done. And the nice thing about having my Cricut is that I can make new labels, because I do have empty bins in here, which if you guys have organized with me before, you know how much I love having empty bins, because it means that if we get something new, we can stick it in here and it will all be great. And these labels are removable. They're not the permanent ones, so I can swap things around if I want to. So down here, we've got a lot of woodsy stuff. The girls really love that. Back there is their 18-inch doll kitchen. And one thing that is not in this closet is their baby strollers and high chairs. I just had more room in their clothing closet for that right now. So that's where that stuff is. But we've got things like the magnetic blocks. And if I can remember, I will try to link. Some of this stuff is from Amazon, and I will try to link it below. And then down here, you saw that I did the baby dolls and dress up stuff. Had a few bins on either end that I put some toys, like these things that don't really fit inside a box or something, but just some extra wiggle room. And I did do a few bins, like this Lego bin that doesn't really have much Legos in it right now, but I want to expand that stuff for them, so I may be getting them some more of that soon. Now I wanted to talk a little bit about the top of this shelf, which is something that I really wanted. I wanted something kind of like, you know, waist height that gave me room to store bigger toys and things like this, because I buy not so much these big crafty kits. They got a lot of this for Christmas, but more just stuff that's like the dollar bin, or I mean the dollar spot, which really the stuff isn't even $1 anymore, but these were like $3 a kit, where I can find little kits at the Target Dollar Spot or at Five Below. These are like glow sticks. This is actually like a Christmas ornament kit that we had around, and just stuff like that. So having space for like things that we will use up, and then I can just refill this and whatnot. I'm gonna actually slide the doors open so I can show you on that end as well. And these little containers are actually from Target, and they're just great for tiny little toy sets that you don't always know how to organize them. So they do get these in pretty often in the dollar spot area, so definitely check that out. But I don't think I'm gonna put labels on these because we can kind of see into them, unless one day I decide, you know what, I'm gonna go ahead and label those. But these are just little retractable cars and marbles and things like that, and I have more space left in here that I can add to this as well. Alright, I slid the doors over, so now I'm on this side of things, and over here I do have more space because I want to add more games. The girls are getting to the age where they can play games, and this will just be a good spot to store our games. So this is kind of another example. Like these, actually the girls have opened, and I guess they threw them back in here, but just little things that are from the dollar spot at Target. These are like little Orbeez, just stuff, little things that I don't always know what to do with. Like we haven't even opened these little puzzles. These are like some stamping pens for them to play with. So yeah, just kind of a catch-all. It's a little hard to film in here, but I think you can kind of get the picture, and you see all of the different things that I have in here. And these are so inexpensive. This was like a very cheap way, very budget-friendly way to organize the toys in here, because these bins are very inexpensive from Target. These shelves are inexpensive when you're thinking about buying furniture to organize. There's definitely ways to do it without spending a ton of money. If you're new here, please don't forget to subscribe. I hope that this video inspired you so much, and don't forget to give this video a like. Let me know in the comments what projects you're working on right now or something that you loved about this video. It always helps me out, and I will see you all in my next video.